Hi, my name's David. I'm here to do the video blog for Eva and Franco. I got everything written down here. I'm going to try not to read it all off, but we'll see here. So get right into it. Question number one. Who was Luther Blissett? It's kind of a trick question. He's not actually a real person, as conventional thinking would define. He was essentially an alias that many artists, including Eva and Franco, would use um, mainly to publish things that they would not want to use their name for. Like things that in protest and things that you might not want everyone to have associated with your name. So that is that's Luther Blissett. And the next question, similar, is Darko Maver. Um, he's also an alias, not a real person, not a real person. The difference is that he was actually dreamt up by Ivan Franco, and they used him in specifically making anti-war, um, I guess, propaganda um, projects that pointed out the gruesomeness of wars, specifically the war in the Balkans region, basically in protest of that. Number three, what questions did the lives of Blissett and Maver provoke us to consider? I believe they provoke us to sort of reflect on the concept of what is real and what is not. For example, conventional thinking would say that these people aren't real, but I mean, the message and the influence that they have is almost more real than some real people, uh, the influence that they would have. So some could argue, some could at least consider what is real and what is not, and if these kind of aliases are real people, or if they're not. Question number four: what did Eva and Franco steal? They stole um, arts. They stole specifically like copyrighted and trademarked logos and advertisement campaigns and different things from corporations, specifically Nike and Disney and Starbucks and things like that, and used them with no consent whatsoever of the corporations that they stole them from. Question number five: what does Eva and Franco's art theft say? Does it say something about art? Explaining it, I think it does. I think it says that um, I think that it states, or I'm sorry, it speaks to what art is and how art is essentially ideas, inspiration, and beauty, and its aesthetics. And you can't, no company or person could own that, and that's what Eva and Franco point out when they steal these things. They're not really. I don't think it's really theft because it's art, it's ideas, and you can't really keep that all to yourself, or at least it's not right to. So I think that's what that says about art. Question number six. Eva and Franco made fake newspapers and fake movie posters. Why? Um, Again, to question sort of what is real. Because if you think about it, these corporations are almost doing the same thing that even Franco do by making up these false characters. They're making up these false sort of images, Nike, and when you put these big, and Disney, when you put these big names out there, it's much easier to accept what they're saying. For example, if you see something on TV with this big Nike logo and it says, AIDS is good, it's much easier to believe that I should go out and get AIDS because it's on TV and a big corporation's behind it. So, amongst a lot of other things, I think that that's what really spoke to me is it sort of shows you that you just can't take things for face value. Uh, it's not always a good thing. What is net art? This is a tough one, kind of. Um, net art is basically it's okay. Sorry. Basically it is um, it's like it's a movement, an art movement that is it's Eva and Franco are attributed as the starters of this art movement. It uses the manipulation of coding of HTML, which is the coding behind websites. Another little thing, another other um, internet tools to make almost like performance art, only it's on the internet. So it's very broad, but kind of running out of time here. 5. Compare what Eva and Franco did in their 2001 piece Life Sharing to the way people use Facebook, all that social networking stuff today. Very similar, I think. Almost kind of scary if you think about it. It is, yeah, what they did is very similar to today, what we do on Facebook. We're always letting people into our lives and sharing everything. And of course, we do have an intended audience. You know, we want our friends to see it, but everyone can see it. Everyone, sometimes I think we post things with that only in the back of our mind. Sometimes we say things we kind of want them to see, but we sort of, oh, I didn't intend for you to see that, but it's still a very dangerous thing, and I think that their life sharing project sort of brings a little bit of light to that. 9. What's up with the avatars? Um, I think that it shows a lot like social networking and a lot like everyone's avatars in almost any online sort of thing, and a lot of all aliases and a lot of anything that we put fronts up again, returning to the sort of theme of what is real. It shows it shows us that like the avatar that we create in Second Life show us what we wish we were, or maybe what we falsely perceive ourselves to be, and that we make ourselves our avatars in the immediate what we'd want to be at that moment, instead of what our reputations have been over our entire lives and what we're playing it safe as. The avatars are in the moment. They're more cut in. They're more a little daring, a little more edgy, and a little more well, I guess a little more free to be ourselves, I guess, in a way. In a way. And the last one, wrap this up. Besides pissing off Nike, which if you didn't put that little front part in, that's just what I would have said. Question 10, yeah. They just pissed off Nike. But anyway, besides pissing off Nike, what did Eva and Franco's project Nike Ground project say about corporations and culture? And should Long Beach change the name of the university library to Starbucks Library? Um, I think that this spoke a lot to, again, the influence the corporations have, and how they affect culture, I think, and how it's almost now come to the point where we just sort of accept that they kind of control almost everything, and just how deeply they weave themselves into our lives, and how it's almost futile to try to get them out now. And as for if we should change the name of the university library, uh, I of course don't think they should. I think also that that's what Ivo and Franco were trying to say, is that they're becoming evasive and they're trying to push too much in to our lives. I think that they shouldn't do that so much. And I think that university library should be called the university library, not Starbucks library. So that is me. I'm gonna cut this out now, and yeah, hope you guys got what you were looking for. Thank you.